Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On 2.
They go play action with Burrow. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made here at the 36. The Raiders at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. A nice little juke. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. It's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. In motion right, that's Wilson. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. And this one a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Now a throw here to Mixon. Hit, and all the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to get. And now, before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off the play fake, Livingston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Livingston. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Burrow on play action. They'll check this one down to Taylor. Fighting through and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Jakobi Meyers, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Burrow going to keep it himself.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Taylor.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Here's Taylor again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Jonathan Taylor, his third rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up first and 10.
And the Raiders have got him. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Third down and 6.
Off play action. Livingston. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Off the play fake. Livingston. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Completes this to Elijah Higgins.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an option.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Livingston.
Right side completes to Mechie.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
This one deep for Wilson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off play action. Livingston. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mixing up the middle.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second and 9.
Looking to throw. Livingston. This pass complete to Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Livingston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Running left, Taylor.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Livingston.
Mechie has it on the slant.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Mixon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give them credit for that one.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, Livingston. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Mixon again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Livingston. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Livingston.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it, pushing through the contact. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Livingston.
Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Livingston. But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
87 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for it.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Raiders, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.